Well, hello students, welcome to our online class. Today we're going to talk about computer networks. And before I start, I would like to ask you if you can hear me clearly.
Yes, I can.
Then we can proceed with today's lesson. Today we are going to talk about computer networks. Before I start, I would like to ask you if, do you know how this communication between us is happening right now?
It's happening through computers.
Well, to be more specific, it's happening through computer networks, and that's what we are going to talk about today. Firstly, you don't know much about this topic because it's just an introduction, and what I'm going to tell you is that in the end of the lesson, you'll be able to understand the basics of computer networks and the core elements to it. Before we start with the main topic, I would like to explain to you what is actually computer networks. A computer network is a group of computer systems and other computer devices. Basically, they are communicating with each other and exchanging information between them. And this is happening through this interconnection, and this makes able for the users to exchange all the information. To understand this even better, I would like to simulate you by giving an example that I think that all of us know, like each of us is part of a family, and I'm going to show you the example of the family network. Basically, what we are showing is that in these two diagrams, we got a family network and a computer network. As we can see, like for example, in our family, what we do is like we exchange information, like by talking that we are giving information, and all these the exchange of our knowledge is interconnected between each of the members. Basically, the same is happening even with the computers. Each of these computers is actually a member, and what they are doing is that they are all of them are doing the exchange of information between them. Basically, this was like this interconnection that they are very similar, like all the networks are operating in the same way. Did you get the idea behind the compression of these two networks?
Yes, I get it clearly.
Okay, now I would like you to see like what do these computer networks support. As we see, like the computer networks are operating like everywhere that we are actually like in our lives, we are encountering this kind of networks happening. For example, all of us have access to World Wide Web, and this is happening through the communication between these networks.
Yes.
And what is happening is that they are operating by exchanging this kind of information and by using different transmissions to and signals like to make this communication. And basically what I would like to provide you here is an example of a modern network home. Like this is like all the connections it's showing in the image. Like, can you name some of them? Like, can you interpret this photo?
Name the components.
Basically, I would like you to interpret it, like what is happening, what is showing more.
I think it's showing the connections in our house that we use every day.
Yeah, do you know like what this like lightning bolt symbols are?
No, I want to ask you about that. The lightning ball, I didn't understand the green light ball.
Well, basically what is like showing is like it's the waves, because as we see, we got three wireless, one wireless router, which is in the center, which is connected to the modem, and that makes a connection to the internet. And the two others, like basically these lightning bolts are the waves that these wireless devices are using to communicate between them. As we see, like we got three different connections. Like one is through the iPod and the laptop, which are using only wireless to communicate with the wireless router. And then we got the wireless router communication to the wireless bridge and the rest of the like home appliances. Like all that is happening in this networked home, what is happening is just this interconnection between them. Like some may be using like LAN connection, by using cables, and the others are just using wireless, like through the air, without making too much cables around because of the change in. Now I think after we explained like this a bit more of complex like networking that is happening around our house, I will ask you to please go to CS4G network simulator so you can actually test your skills that you got till now. Did you finish?
Yes, now I'm finished.
Well, now I'm checking your results. I can see that you had some problems at connections between, I think, between the routers, right?
Yes, it seemed a little bit more complex for me.
Well, actually, it's not that complex because basically it's just showing more connection between the router, but basically the same thing is happening in all of them. The connection is going through the server and then is only transmitting between this router. Is the same thing that one of them is doing, the other is doing. Basically, they are just like connection transmitters, what it is doing. So it's not that that complex. Only the thing that's happening just like it's showing more in the connection.
Okay.
I think that you did quite good at this one. So basically what I'm going to give you right now is I will give like you a quick quiz. I'll ask you like, can you please tell me like what do you need like to make a communication in these computer networks? Can you list?
You need a communication device,
Yeah.
channel device, a sending device, and a receiving device.
Can you order them like how it is happening, like in a more?
First, you need a sending device.
Yes.
After that, a communication device.
Mm-hmm.
Then channel device, then receiving device.
Yeah, basically this is what is happening in this connection. This is just a basic connection. You did very good. I think that's all for today. If you have any question, you can ask me if you have any question more about the topic.
No, actually, I don't have right now.
Okay, then if everything is clear, we can end today's lesson. Thank you and goodbye to everyone.
Thank you.